She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
Hi friendos, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chelsea. I live in a tourer caravan full-time, permanently, with my partner James, who is filming. Shout out James.
Shout out James.
Yeah. So I thought in today's video I would film how we empty our cassette system in our tourer caravan. Cassette system, aka toilet. It's just easier to say that, but
we should use the right terminology.
This is how we empty it anyway. I don't know if it's the right way or not, but this is just what we do. I do wear gloves. These are gardening gloves that I got from Asda for like a £5. Don't need anything special. They do the job. These are the two liquids. We use the blue, we don't use the pink, but you can if you want. I'm going to talk about this after. We'll empty this, make it like #fast, and then we'll come back after and I'll sit down and talk about a load of stuff. This is the cassette system of our tourer caravan. I have just taken a clip of the hatch inside the caravan where the toilet is. If your hatch is open, you will not be able to remove this cassette system. The hatch has got to be closed in order to open the cassette system. I'm just going to put my gloves on. Can you see here? Come closer. There is a yellow catchy thing. Pull it up, boom.
Is it heavy?
It is heavy, but I'm doing this video, not you, James. I'm just going to struggle now. I'm not going the shortcut way. We've got to do this properly.
Run.
Are we in? This is the chemical disposal point. I call this the chimney pot. It's easier for me to remember. Take off the lid to the chemical disposal point. I take the slider off. This is the hatch, just so you know. Hatch, 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 hatch. I take this off only because we had an issue one time where we emptied the cassette system into the chimney pot and this fell down all the way to the bottom and we had to get the landowner to come with his little picker grabbers and get it out. I tilt it up just because I don't want to unscrew this and all the comes out. And then I'm literally just going to pour it into the chimney pot. This button here, if you press the button, it makes air go in and basically it just comes out really fast like a water slide or something. Ooh. Sorry guys, I do have IBS, so I kind of go to the toilet every day. I do have to bang the cassette system on the edge because at the moment we're not using dissolvable toilet roll, we're still using normal toilet roll and it keeps getting clogged. Like if you want to do it, that's fine, but just keep in mind that it could damage the cassette system and I ain't taking responsibility for that, for your decisions. Okay, the next thing I do is I open the hatch and then I use the hose and the water to basically squirt it inside just in case there is still toilet roll clogged up. So we might have to do this a couple times. Whoa, we need to shut that. There we go. So now I'm going to put the lid on because it actually sticks. I'm going to pop this cap on for now, just whilst we're walking back. Put the slider back on. Now we go back to the caravan.
Yeah, I was holding my breath during
It's literally
all that.
happened. There's been people like, is James gagging? I'm like, yeah, probably. Or like you hold your breath.
That's what I was
And
doing
I'm
while I
just
was
there
filming.
like, this is great. This is so fun. You've emptied your cassette system. Now you need to put your cassette system back in the caravan. But you cannot do that until you put your liquid in, right? The blue is for the cassette system. You can get it in green and purple as well. Don't ask me what purple is, I don't know. Green is for campsites that are environmentally conscious or for septic tanks. You might find that your campsite says you have to use the green. Oh no, it's a new bottle and I can't open it. Anyway, we use the blue. That's stiff, isn't it?
It is a little bit stiff, yeah. You might have to hold the phone.
Okay. Hi James. Hi James. Are you struggling?
Yeah, something's wrong with it.
You're struggling. Oh, something's wrong with it and not your muscles, bro. Do not put the blue in the flush tank. It is not for the flush tank. We don't buy it already diluted with water, so we do have to add a little splash of water. You're not supposed to put the blue in without it being diluted because it can damage the rubber seals. I fill it up to 3 ounces. I literally pour it into here. Then I go over to our water. I just put a splash in. That'll do. Put the cap back on, close, and in it goes. Okay, Let me just put the lid on. This is the flush. So we have a green watering can, and that is what we use to fill up the flush. It takes 2 times, so I have to fill it up once, pour the water in, fill it up again, pour the water in. So it takes like 2 times, if that makes sense. You know when it's done because the water will start rising and it'll basically just all come flushing out. There we go, it's coming, it's coming. There we go. Done. Now I'm going to take you inside and I'm going to talk a bit more about why we don't use the pink and just other sort of things that we've picked up whilst we've been living here from our neighbours, doing research, things that I kind of wish we'd have done from the start. There's 2 of those. Right, let's go in. Okay, so I've decided to sit in the secret spot and film the last part of this video instead of inside the caravan because it was hot in the caravan and I was just getting sweaty from carrying that heavy cassette system and kind of just running up and down doing a million things. I thought I'd bring you to the secret spot. If you don't know what on earth I'm on about, you should probably watch the last 2 videos, which was the caravan tour and the campsite tour, because I think in both of those videos I mentioned the secret spot. It's just this little area on our campsite where we live that it's kind of like tucked away in the corner, and it's quite cute actually. I have made notes on my work phone, which I am looking at right now. This is my work phone, it's got my name on it. As I mentioned to you earlier already, you've got the blue and the pink. The blue is for the cassette system. It aids in breaking down solids and preventing odour in some way, shape or form. Do not put it in the flush system, that's not what it's for. The pink is for the flush system. It's basically just to make the toilet smell fresh and smell pleasant. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. Don't put it in the cassette system because it's not for the cassette system. I don't think it would actually damage it or anything, but it's just not going to do anything. We don't use the pink for 2 reasons. One, I don't like the smell of it. I don't want to talk for James, but he will correct me if I'm wrong. He'll probably watch this video and tell me if I'm wrong, but he doesn't mind the smell of the pink. I just don't like it. The second reason we don't use it is because we have to empty our cassette system every 2 days. Now, how many times you have to empty it in a week, like how often you have to empty it, is down to you and how often you go to the toilet. I have IBS, so I go to the toilet every day, so we do have to empty our cassette system every 2 days. It means that we have to top up the blue every 2 days, which is fine, but we also have to top up the pink every 2 days. Our flush system is a bit annoying because we have to flush it quite a lot of times to get the toilet roll down, so it means that that's a lot of flush water going into the toilet, which is obviously then filling up, if you get my drift. You get what I'm saying, I think. So we are having to use the pink flush a lot. So what we did is James's mum bought us the blue and the pink as a moving in gift. She kindly got it for us. We had already decided quite early on we wasn't going to use the pink, but we were like, well, as she spent her money on it, let's use up all of the pink and then just not get any more. Now you might be thinking, well, hang on, why is there pink right there? The reason why is because we ran out of the blue and I knew that I was going to do this video and I wanted to be able to show you the pink. So I bought the blue and the pink together. It comes together on Amazon for like £18. I'm just going to give the pink to our neighbour. When I was filling up the flush, you might have seen blue coming out of it, and I don't want you to think, well, hang on, you just told us not to use the blue liquid. That's not what it was. So because we're not using the pink, we wanted something else that would make the toilet fresh. It does not smell of anything, but it does keep the toilet clean and fresh. So we're using this instead of the pink. They are in-cistern blocks. I think they're probably anywhere between £2 to £4. You can get them in Asda, Tesco, wherever. Make sure they are the in-cistern blocks. If you get the ones that are for the toilet bowl, it won't work in the Caravan toilets because it will just drop down the hole at the bottom. If you have a Caravan already, you'll know what I mean. So use the in-cistern blocks. Now, all you need is 1 block. Break it in half because a whole block won't fit in our flush system. We need to break it in half and then put both halves into the toilet. We put our block in and it's lasted for 3 weeks. I'm not even joking. 3 weeks and it is still working. It makes the flush water blue, so every time you flush the toilet it will be blue. As soon as that water is running clear and it's not blue, then you know you need to put another block in. So 3 weeks, no joke, and it is still working perfectly well. Whereas the pink ran out after like 2 weeks because we were having to use a bit more than you're probably supposed to. In regards to smell, if you're finding that the toilet is stinking out the Caravan, then there are 2 things that we do, literally just 2 things, and you will think this is the most stupid thing to say. Make sure the hatch is closed, make sure the toilet lid is closed. There have been a few occasions where I've been laying in bed and I'm like, James, you stink, have you farted? Or I'm like, James, it stinks in here, have you left the hatch open? I'll check the toilet and he's either left the hatch open or the toilet lid open. Just make sure they're both closed. It actually does make a difference. You can get those air fresheners like Airwick do them, for example. You can get them from Asda, Tesco. Airwick do them, but you can probably get other brands as well. But they spray on like a timer. So maybe every minute it might spray, every 5 minutes it might spray. We don't have a plug socket in our bathroom, but you can get ones that are just battery operated. So you just need to put batteries in and there we go, it's done. Toilet wipes and toilet roll and kitchen roll and sanitary products, they will all block the toilet. Like when you're trying to empty the cassette system, you're gonna have to bang it on the edge like I was to get it all out, and you will find clumps of toilet roll just coming out. As soon as you start banging, it's literally going to be clumps of it. My advice would be to not use toilet roll, not use toilet wipes. Scratch that, you are going to use toilet roll, but you can get dissolvable toilet roll. Now you can get it on Amazon, 32 toilet rolls for £22, and it's dissolvable toilet roll. I haven't ordered it yet, but I am going to order it. I'm just waiting to get paid. As for the sanitary products, I know that it clogs the system because I've had this issue. So what I use is I either use nappy sacks that smell nice or just these clear bags that smell nice as well. Simple as that. And then one more thing that I will say is that you will find that the inside of the toilet, like the toilet bowl, does get stained. This is something that I wish I knew about before we had started living in a caravan. We've been here for about 6-7 weeks now, I think. Maybe not as long. Maybe, yeah, no, I think it is 6-7 weeks. But we have found that the inside of our toilet, so the toilet bowl, has stained because it's not made from the material of normal toilet. It's like plastic. If you try and clean it with normal anti-bac spray or bleach, it's basically going to cause more damage than good. What you need to use is something that's specifically for the caravan toilet. We don't even have that, but to be honest, it's probably too late because we've already stained it. You can though, and this is what I wish I'd have known before we'd moved in, because I saw this on Google when I was doing research today before filming this video. You can get toilet bowl liners for caravans. You literally put a toilet bowl liner, go to the toilet, and then when you flush it, it can go in the cassette system. It doesn't damage the cassette system or anything. I was like, are you for real? But what you can do instead is line the toilet bowl with dissolvable toilet roll, because then you're obviously going to protect the toilet bowl from getting stained, and because it's dissolvable toilet roll, it can be flushed into the cassette system. And I wish I'd have known about it because our toilet is now stained, and that's why I'm not showing you the inside of our toilet, because it's gross. I think that's it though, to be honest. I have heard you could pour a bottle of Coke down the toilet, leave it for the day, come back, flush it, and it should be clean. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to pour a bottle of Coke down a caravan toilet. It's not a normal toilet. I don't know if it's gonna do what everybody says it's gonna do, or if it's just gonna cause more damage than good. I think that is the end of this video. I hope that was helpful in some way, shape or form. I know I did waffle, and I do apologise for waffling, but I just hope it was helpful in some way, shape or form, which I've just said twice now. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.